This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth. It's been said before that technology is a double-edged sword, and following the development of gunpowder in the 9th century, and then nuclear weapons in the 20th century, the race for artificial intelligence now in the 21st century does have the potential to put the gears in motion for a global technological world war. So in this video, we're going to delve deep into the transhumanist agenda and how the goal is less to do about how we can use robots to enhance our lives, but rather it has everything to do with turning us, human beings, into controllable, programmable robots ourselves, incapable of escaping the cloud. Elon Musk, founder of OpenAI, a company that works on fundamental advances in AI capabilities, and Neuralink, a company that develops implantable brain and computer interfaces, recently tweeted the following. He says, "It begins," and he posted that with a link to this article. And he followed that up by stating the following. China, Russia, soon all countries with strong computer science. Competition for AI superiority at national level, most likely cause of World War III, in my opinion. And the article that he links to has the headline, "Putin says the nation that leads in AI will be the ruler of the world." The article goes on to say, Russian President Vladimir Putin has joined the war of words concerning the international race to develop artificial intelligence. Speaking to students last Friday, Putin predicted that whichever country leads the way in AI research will come to dominate global affairs. Artificial intelligence is the future, not only for Russia, but for all humankind, said Putin. It comes with colossal opportunities, but also threats that are difficult to predict. Whoever becomes the leader in this sphere will become the ruler of the world. But just who is on the cusp and on the forefront of developing artificial intelligence technology? Well, the Chinese have stated that they have ambitions to become the world's leader in AI by 2030. However, the evidence would suggest that it is indeed the United States who are leading the charge through the militarization of its alphabet company known as Google. Now, before we look at where all of this is heading, we first have to look at where this all began. DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, launched in 1958 with the goals of making pivotal investments in breakthrough technologies for national security. Now, they have most notably influenced many non-military fields, such as computer networking and the basis for the modern internet, and graphical user interfaces in information technology. Now, here are just a few projects that DARPA is currently working on or has developed. We have CTS, or combat zones that see. The goal is to track everything that moves in a city by linking up a massive network of surveillance cameras to a centralized computer system. Artificial intelligence software would then identify and track all movement throughout the city. They're also developing remote-controlled animals. These are sometimes called bio-robots or robo-animals, and they can be considered cyborgs as they do combine electronic devices with an organic life form. And they're also working on developing brain implants. Often referred to as neural implants, are technological devices that connect directly to a biological subject's brain, with many of these experiments being carried out on people in the military. So DARPA has been leading the way on technological advancements that are mingling robots and technology with the human mind. And the leader of all of this, the director of DARPA, a woman by the name of Regina E. Duggan, has recently left the company to join Google, and then she left Google to join Facebook. Regina E. Duggan is an American businesswoman, inventor, and technology developer. She served as the 19th director of DARPA, and in March of 2012, she left government to take an executive role at Google. Just prior to the acquisition, it was announced that she would create and lead the Advanced Technology and Projects, or ATAP, group at Google, owned by Motorola Mobility. And in 2016, she left Google and joined Facebook. And she's going to lead the newly formed team called Building 8. So the technological ideas of DARPA in regards to transhumanism and the merging of man and machine are now making its way into the fabrics of society through Google and Facebook. We are being sold on the idea that merging man and machine is going to provide convenience, and our lives are going to be better off and will be more enhanced with this technology. The goal is to first get us addicted to using these devices, then get us used to wearing these devices on our hand in the form of a watch, or on our forehead in the form of glasses. And eventually they'll have us implanting these devices, for our convenience of course, and alas, the transhumanism agenda will almost be complete. But of course, microchips are so 1990s. Today it's all about nanorobotics that DARPA has developed into what is now called smart dust technology, where tiny micro-electromechanical systems can potentially be inhaled or even rubbed into the skin instead of implanted. And just as a quick side note, I recently switched from using this as a deodorant to using an all-natural deodorant, which is much, much better. And I was reading the back just to compare, and look what Old Spice decided to write on the back. Contains odor-fighting atomic robots that shoot lasers at your stench monsters and replaces them with fresh, clean, masculine scent elves. Odor-fighting atomic robots that shoot lasers at your stench monsters? What kind of nonsense is this? Now, I'm not suggesting that there is nanobot technology in here, but what I am suggesting is this is some deep-seated psychological conditioning, which really amounts to nothing more than predictive programming. And now, with the development of the cloud, they're seeking to merge the machine man with this system for the ultimate purposes of control through a global surveillance state. And this brings us back to where we started with this video with Elon Musk, who now dreams of building a Wi-Fi hotspot that's going to cover the entire planet, so that when this system is implemented, there will be no escape from Big Brother's all-seeing, all-watchful eye. The coming 5G global network is going to make it impossible to escape the system, especially when we're connected directly to it through nanobot technology. But there is good news today, my friends, because here's the catch. As it is today, you're not forced to use a smartphone. Being on Facebook or Twitter or the internet in general is still an option. We don't have to be here if we don't want to be. And in fact, we've been tricked into voluntarily giving up all of our information openly to Big Brother. So as we continue to push forward and technology inevitably advances, we're going to have to find a balance between how we can both utilize technology but also stay disconnected from it on a biological level. I'd encourage you to take the 2-day electronic detox challenge and see how you feel after going just a couple of days without any Wi-Fi or exposure to radio signals or any screens of any kind, and I think you'll be quite surprised at just how good you'll feel. A huge shout out goes to our patrons at patreon.com/pressfortruth. We cannot do this work without you, so thank you so much to anybody who's contributing there. And if you haven't yet joined, please check the links in the description below, or if you'd like to contribute directly, you can do so at the Patreon alternative link, pressfortruth.ca/donate. Thanks for watching, my friends. Stay tuned. We've got more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.